Morning, it's Anne Murphy here from Making It Like a Mother. Welcome to a very special weekly live, and today is International Women's Day, so a very big happy International Women's Day to you wherever you are in the world. If it's not quite Monday morning yet, happy International Women's Day for tomorrow. I'm just going to quickly check where I'm showing up. Hopefully it will be in our group. I just have to double check. I don't trust Facebook, nor do I trust myself. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. We had a lovely weekend. The weather's getting slightly cooler. I've got the aircon on here today because it is still a bit warm today, and rushing around on a Monday morning as usual gets me a bit steamy and worked up, and I don't know what it is lately. Every Monday morning for the last few weeks, my husband has had to be somewhere right when I'm getting organised for this weekly live. So I don't know what that's all about. But because it's International Women's Day today, I wanted to raise your awareness around the actual theme for this year, and that is Choose to Challenge. That's the theme for International Women's Day. And it's I want to focus today on actually just 5 points that I'm asking you to choose to challenge, and that's around negative self-talk that you have about growing your business. And they're things that I see on forums and in Facebook groups, and all these negative self-beliefs and negative self-talk that we as business owners have about ourselves when it's not true. It's just not true. But there's something about us, whether it's in our nature or our genetic makeup, that we just always seem to doubt our potential, our strengths. We focus on the negatives, they snowball, and we finish up quitting before we've even started. So there are things that happen to me too. I'm still not immune to it, but I've learned to just flip that switch and turn it around into something positive that keeps me going. And it's probably why I have been going for 12 years, because I have set up this solid foundation for my business that when the negative life events occur and there's problems with children or relationships, your business can keep growing still, and you can always get back to it. But I wanted to turn some of those negative beliefs that you have about your business into something more positive, and to take some positive action, to take some steps into turning that around. Now, this is one that happens. I don't always sign up to work with me. People don't buy I don't really have any programs, but I run challenges all the time, and not everyone comes on board to work with me, and I'm totally fine with that. Everyone has a choice to do that. The thing I hear and see and read is no one is buying my stuff. No one is buying my products or my services. It's not true. The right people just haven't seen your stuff. Are you wording it correctly? Ask yourself that. Are you using their language that they can relate to? So I'm going to use an example. Last year I ran a challenge and I called it Build a Better Blog Post, because everyone wants to know about SEO. Everyone thinks, oh, I've got to learn SEO. It's going to help me with my websites, going to help me with my blog posts. So I just called it Build a Better Blog Post, because I wanted to be all, have a catchy name with the B. And it didn't attract as many people as I thought it would. Well, did they want to build a better blog post, or did they want to know SEO? Should I have reworded it differently? And that's the questions that I ask myself. Why didn't people sign up to it as many as I thought they would? Because everyone wants to know it. It's about doing some market research. It's about going into some groups and doing Google searches about the terminology that people use. One exercise I like to do is just to go into mums groups or mums in business groups and see what problems they're asking about. Can anyone help with SEO? I can't understand SEO. And I kind of build like a library of terminology that people are using in different forums about the problems that they're having. And then I can build my messaging, my programs, my blog posts based around that. And Google is also wonderful. You just type something in, it can lead you on a big path of discovery and research on what people are actually asking. Because if you type something in like how to do SEO or what is SEO, Google suggests a lot of different terms on what other terms people are searching for. So that's a good way to do it. But are you also creating an irresistible offer that they just can't refuse? Is it what they really want right now, right here, right now, that they don't even hesitate ripping out their credit card to buy it from you? So it's not about no one is buying your stuff, because they may not buy it right now, but when you turn that around and turn it into a positive and do some research, regroup and start again, people will come, people will buy your stuff. So the next thing I hear people say a lot of, and that is, I don't have enough time. And there is enough hours in the day, but time for what? Time to do everything? Is it time to be on every single social media platform? Time to be writing blog posts, engaging with other people's content? All these things, all these gurus tell you that you have to do to become successful. You have to be on Reels. You have to be on stories, Insta stories. You have to be on Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitter, Pinterest, all these things. Do what you can. Work out what platform that you're comfortable with, where your audience are, and just focus on that. And really, businesses were around for a long time, well before social media was around. So it's not the be-all to end-all when it comes to marketing your business. There's so much, like having updated content on your website, regular blog posts is something. Takes a bit longer, but the articles are there that people are searching on, and that will drive traffic to your website. Same as Pinterest. Pinterest is my favorite because it's so easy and so time effective. So focus on what's important for you. Schedule as much as you can. I could not do anything during the week if I didn't schedule my content the week before. I wouldn't be able to handle the homework and the me time, and like I try to meditate every day, healthy meals, all these things that I want to do, the housework, the laundry, everything. If I didn't create simple routines and schedule my content. Also, the night before, I always have a clear path of what I wanted to do. Didn't happen this morning because my husband was in a fluster about looking for this document that he wanted. So the half an hour before I had to come on here, I didn't have. So things don't always go to plan. So that's that. So the next point number 3, I hear, I'll never make it because so-and-so is so much better than I. I say phooey to that. There are so many people doing exactly the same as you, but they aren't you. They don't have your own unique voice. They're not you, your own individual style, your words, your lifestyle, your language. People will warm to you, whether that's 100 people or 1,000 people, in comparison to someone who's got 500,000 followers on Facebook or Instagram. When people warm to you and relate to you, more people will come. It's just this, I guess, like the law of attraction. If you have so much belief in what you do and you're true to yourself and your uniqueness, more people will come. I've been doing this for 12 years, not this business coaching business, but having my own business, Domesplicity. And if I spent a minute worrying about what everyone else was doing and how much more successful they were than me, I would have given up a long time ago. I really, I don't even get caught up in what they're doing. I don't watch what they're doing. But if I do want to see what my competitors are doing, I use them for inspiration. I might find something on Pinterest that I think, oh, that's something that I could write about in my own unique voice. So don't use your competitors in a negative way. Stick to your path. Stay true to yourself. Be you. Don't try to be anybody else, and people will come, I promise you. Another thing I hear all the time, no one knows me. So do you have a solid marketing strategy in place? Are you creating content for your website that people are actually searching for in the form of written blog posts? That's where it all starts, and that content remains there forever. Social media just passes by so quickly in people's feeds, and you've only got a couple of seconds to grab someone's attention. So do you have enough time to be on that platform or all the platforms? So utilize your time wisely, whether that's focusing on just one social media platform or just writing blog posts or just Pinterest. Test the waters, try different social media platforms, but just don't get stuck in that rut of saying, no one knows about me. Just keep plodding along. It's a long game. People will find you. Change the hashtags. Just try different things, but don't get caught in that negative self-talk. And the fifth one, the more I focus on my business, which I'm trying to grow, the less time I have for my family, for me, for my home. Everything else seems to be crumbling down around me. And I hear you so well. Running your business from home isn't for the faint-hearted. There's a lot of work involved to make it work. And when your children are young, give yourself some slack. I couldn't do anywhere near as much when I started, when my children were 4 and 2, but I started to lay those foundations which generated the traffic. More people came to me and followed me. I don't even think I was on Facebook at all when I started 12 years ago. I think I used Facebook for personal reasons, but then I didn't even do that. And you have to try and have an equal amount of time in all areas of your life, because it's, if you imagine like scales, if you're focusing on one area, something else is going to fail. So if you're focusing on your business and your children and the home and trying to create those healthy meals and do everything else, you're going to fall in a heap. Rather, try and create simple routines that's going to sort of keep this level playing field. Like, I'm a big believer in clean as you go. Create a simple morning cleaning routine. Do a once a week housework clean. Whatever happens during the rest of the week, I'm not really fussed about, as long as the boys do the dishes and I do the cooking. That's about as far as it goes. And then Saturday morning, I know is my day for cleaning. But you really have to start also focusing on your own self-care. And I'm not talking about going to a spa for a day or having a weekend away with the girls. You know, that's great if you can do that. But just those snippets of time during the day when you can focus on yourself. And if you've got young children, it could be just making a cup of tea and really enjoying that cup of tea, being in the moment, enjoying every sip while you're watching the children, and don't think about anything else. Take a little bit longer in the shower if you need to. Have a soak in the bath when your partner gets home. All these little things that you can do to take care of yourself. When your baby's sleeping, you have a sleep yourself if you can. If you have all the steps in place for your business by scheduling content the week before, focusing on one platform, creating that blog post. I would rather, if I only had 1 hour a month for my business, I would rather create one blog post per month and share it where it needs to go and be happy with that. Be on Pinterest for 5 minutes a day, 3 times a week. In those early days, that's all you can manage. It's all you can muster, and it's enough. I want you to also know that as your children grow older, you will have more time. I've got teenagers now, and I know homework time in the evening just does my head in. My parents never helped me with my homework, but My son needs a bit of not motivation, he's just bone lazy, and he needs to have someone sitting with him watching him, otherwise he won't do it. But gosh, it does my head in. Year 9 science and maths, I just can't even remember everything from my teenage years and my schooling. It's all the learning has changed. But that's my 5 points for today. I really want you to choose to challenge the norm around your negative self-talk about your business, not to give up, to keep trying, to schedule as much as you can, believe in yourself, go back to the drawing board, do the research, try different things. How long's a piece of string? You've got so many different options on marketing your business and growing your business. So I wish you all the best. Remember this for today and every day, not just because it's International Women's Day. Every day we as women should be celebrating our lives, not saying that we're inferior or that we've got too much to do, or we should feel empowered because of what we do. We are amazing with what we do, and you can have both. You can have a successful business and a happy home life and a happy family and a happy you. So until next week, I'll see you then. Have a great week. Bye.